On.
That'd be fine.
So let me get my slides. That way, I can share it here.
Let me make sure I've got your permission to. Should be.
Um, Pause. I need it. I can't find it. 1 second. So Grant Cardone, where are you? Just bear with me.
You're fine, buddy.
Oh, that's right.
Trying to find out how to get my Fathom to enter again, but they have changed Zoom so much in the last week, and I didn't realize it. I've got to get in here and get familiar with it.
Okay. It's not here. Maybe it's in this. Yep, got it. Okay. All right. So can I share my
You can.
screen?
You absolutely can.
All right, here we go. Um, okay, this is share right there. Okay. There you go. Also investment right there. Not this one. Right, this one. Okay. Let me know if you can see.
I'm not seeing it yet.
There it is.
There we go. Now it's up.
Okay, great. So, this is the property. It's called Star Boss now. But it was called something else before. They renamed it. And here's the address. This is basically in an area near the Galleria, they call it. It's a prime area. 810 unit multi-family investment opportunity. See some of the pictures there. So this gentleman has a portfolio of all these properties that he had been investing, and he owns them right now. I mean, see, he syndicated them, and I have invested in some of these. And these are the pictures, aerial view pictures of these properties that he's managing right now. So this basically this particular property in question, Star Wars, is a B-class property in an A location. They point out where this property is, and this is a prime location right here. The Galleria area is very, very populated, and there's shopping mall, there's nearby interstate highways, and lots of activities going on, lots of restaurants. So if he can bring this B-class property in an A location to be close to A class, then there's the huge potential of commanding good rents, and we'll get to the rents soon. So built 1971. So it gives you a little bit of insight, as I was talking earlier. 1 mile away from the 330 unit Star Westheimer property, giving us significant economies of scale for the property management and renovation. Purchasing per unit cost would be 79, which is in his opinion, and the data showed that it's 20% actually discount that he's getting. So for 18 to 24 months, this deal has to go directly with the seller. So there is no broker. There's no broker involved. He directly dealt with the seller. So it's got significant upside below market rents right now, as well as value add opportunities. And It has a mixture of studios, 1-2 bedroom units, asset spacious floor plans with an average size of 754 square feet. Was all the unit types. Okay, area highlights. The property offers close proximity to several Houston major thoroughfares, including West Park Tollway, I-69, which is a major highway, I-610, another major highway. So this area is well connected to the downtown, to the other important areas of interest, and the Texas Medical Center. So folks who are doctors, nurses, and the medical field, they can easily access the medical center, their workplace from here. So it has a lot of prospect in that regards, easy access. Let's look at the investment opportunity here. So 40,000 was the minimum investment, and 8% preferred cash on cash return. 70-30 is the investor split up with the preferred cash. Excuse me. So the sponsor, we will explore the refinance in approximately 2 to 3 years, and if the economy is still bad, then he's gonna hold more than 5 years. In the past, he's held it between 3 to 4 years, and he sold it, made good money. So it's all based on the market condition. He's going to choose what strategy to take. Oops. Okay. Yeah, quarterly updates will be provided through the app folio, and uh, quarterly checks are mailed out. Okay. Let's look at the numbers here. So that fund, excuse me. Background noise there.
Hmm.
That funded at closing 38 million, and future funding renovation holdback is 16 million. The equity that they're going to raise is going to be 40 million, the total of 95 million. Purchase price is 63 million, and the capex is 16. Closing cost is reserves 4 million, working capital 4 million, and that all adds up to 95 million.
So
Uh,
ma'am, can you just explain that if the purchase price is the 63.75 million, why are they raising 40 million?
yeah, that's the question that I also had, but he did not get a chance to get back to me. So, but I have trust in his ability to make money. He's very smart, street smart, especially the way he had been managing his projects.
Mhm.
So I trusted his property management style, and and the way he was steadily giving income every quarter, 8% preferred to his investors. So I did not get the answer back from him. That's a great question. I did ask him that question via email.
Yeah, so I mean, the way to be able to read this though is that it's 8% preferred after that threshold has been met, right? So then the 70-30 split gets executed once that threshold has been met.
Mm-hmm.
And has he been able to raise the
No, he still has like he said last time I checked, when I asked him that question,
Mhm.
he texted me saying I have still like 5 million, uh 5 million that I need to raise, but he invested these 5 million for closing. He said no problem, I'll invest it, I got money. So he
Sure.
himself invested 5 million. He's saying, I'm open to others. If the others are interested, they can come and invest. The minimum is 40, the maximum is however much, yeah, up to 5 million. He's got investors who came, invested 800, 1 million, 1.5 million in this project, in this
Right.
investment right here.
Yeah, he would need to with that type of a raise that he's doing. That's, it's a lot of money to bring in for sure.
Yes, yes. And this is, if you looked at the portfolio, you see units, he started with, where is that? 50. Bel Arbor Apartments, 50, 97, 100. He slowly increased. This is the biggest one that he has right now, 810 units, I mean, doors, yeah. Okay, and then his business plan, what he's gonna do, interior, he's gonna make all these changes. Sorry, exterior, interior, he's gonna upgrade 100% of the units to his standard. He's got a standard for all his apartment complex when he makes renovations, so he's gonna follow that standard. Porcelain tile, flooring, quartz countertops, new appliances, new cabinetry, renovate units as they come off the lease to minimize occupancy. Yeah, he's very good at property management. That's for sure. I've seen him hands-on. Yeah, he's done great work for all those other properties in his portfolio. So I have confidence that he will be able to pull this off, even though I had a question mark, like it's 810. It's a huge project you're taking. Are you going to be able to do it? He says, you bet. I'm confident I'll be able to do this. So yeah. So my brother is invested. I have invested. His friend has invested, and um, you know, it's a word of mouth. So we have like 5 or 6 folks who has invested who are in the friend circle, immediate friend circle, and then of course all these others so invested in this project.
Okay.
This one,
Mehmud, do you know what percentage he's charging to do the raise and to secure, and then to do the management throughout the life cycle of holding on to the asset, and then what is the expected percentage at time of sale?
he has that pro. I think he has this pro forma rents. This is the pro forma rents, but he has right here. This is, I think, this is what you were asking me.
Yeah, I mean, more specifically about the management fee percentage that would be charged.
Oh, okay, okay. He has his own property management company. He created his own property management company, and that property management company is managing his property. So he's charging, this is his company. He's charging, I think, right here, hold on, property taxes, property management fee right there. So I think this
Yeah.
is, if I'm not mistaken, we have to find out what percent this is to the net rental income right here.
Okay, no, I think it's on here. What I was asking, and I didn't word it very well, is the asset management fee. So that's his fee that he's charging.
Yes.
But then there's typically a percentage at the time of when all the fundraising is occurring, and then also at the time of sale, that the GP would be charging a percentage. Do you know
mean
what that is?
acquisition fee is 2%. Yeah, there is a list of
2%?
fees. Yeah,
Okay.
2% is his acquisition fee. He told me that. But
Okay.
there's a bunch of other fees that is like standard in the from the industry. He's not charging a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can give you those. Yeah, I can get those and give it to you. But that's a good question. I should add them here.
That's okay. I mean, some of it is captured at least on the annual, what he's projecting for the asset management fee. So that's in there.
Right. He also told me, Mahmoud, first year I'm not gonna make any money. First year I'm not gonna make any money. And then I asked him, Why are you then promising this? He goes, I have enough reserve to cover all my stakeholders, and I promise them that I'm going to give them this, and I'm going to give it to them.
Hmm.
So he said he won't be making any money in here because he's going to be he's taking over, doing all the renovations, etc. But he said, yeah, I'll keep my investors happy.
Well,
So
and look
he
at
is.
what he's projecting to sell the assets at, 140 million. So he's getting in at just under what, 64 million.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's a massive profit if that can pan out. That's incredible.
Yeah. And it's a prime location. Seriously, it's like Westheimer near Galleria, and as I have shown you earlier slides, it's got like access to so many areas, medical center, major highways, shopping center, malls here and there. I mean, there's so many other residential areas and apartment complex. I mean, it's amazing. So,
Mhm.
and I have full confidence on his ability to be able to deliver, even in
Mhm.
this economy, even in this economy. So he's projecting all of these after the sale. He's saying, I'm confident I should be able to um, 2x the equity multiple, and the average cash on cash is 8.4%, which is average of this. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
It is, it is. And he said that he's going to start giving quarterly quarterly checks starting this July, actually, starting this month. Starting this
Oh,
month. Yep.
okay.
Because he promised his investors he's going to give this much money. So 2% would be the starting, this would be the starting quarter. So he's going to start giving that that distribution check.
When is he projecting to close on the portfolio?
Oh, it's actually, this is you mean, did he close this property?
Yeah.
Yes, he did that already. He's
Oh,
closed
he already did. Okay.
right here. The deadline was April 15th. He closed it. He completed that. Deadline to execute documents, he did that. Target
Mhm.
closing, that's done. He's owner of the property right now, and he's started his renovation work. But
Okay.
he needed 5 million more, but he's saying, well, invest it from my pocket anyways, because he has money.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody else is interested, they can come in and join. There's still $5 million worth of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not the first time I'm investing here with him. I've invested this one right here. I've invested this one right here. I've invested on this one too. So I'm
Okay.
getting cash. I am happy. He's never um, he's never failed to give us the distribution. Never.
Oh. And have all of his investments been in the same area or in the same state or?
It's in the same state, and he wants it to be around in the same area,
Okay.
so that it's easier for him to manage. So before he started with this one, Balarbor Apartments,
Mm-hmm.
50 only. Let me give you a little background about him. He used to work for another apartment complex. He was a property manager there. He did hands-on this and that. He managed other employees, and he learned this stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then he started with this one, the Larbour Apartments, and he applied those skills. And he learned a lot when he did this one.
Mm-hmm.
And he sold this. And here you can see this Larbour Apartments right here, the first one, acquired in April 2018, sold it in June 2022. This is like what, 4 years? 4 years or less than 4 years. 50 months hold period. Purchase price 2 million. Renovation was 1 million. Look, he sold it for 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Huge profit there. So
Yeah.
that boosted his confidence. And then he went to a
Mhm.
bigger one. And then he went to bigger. He's organically growing up to now it's 810 units.
Okay. And Mehmud, you know what? If you don't mind kind of talking to, for knowing Jason's going to be sharing this recording, talking to how you got involved as an investor and then what it took for you to get money into this project. You know, where did you source the
Sure,
money? What was the process you had to go through just to help educate people a little bit more about
absolutely.
what you can look like as an investor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a great question. Thank you for reminding me, and I will speak to that. So, I'm an IT manager. I've been managing for 21 years now. My brother is an engineer. He's worked for Honeywell. I've worked for HP and other companies. Okay. And my brother has a colleague who worked with him at Honeywell. He's also an engineer, and he was just saying, you know what? There's a guy who's asking me about this investment. He's been texting me. He's been texting me a lot, and he wants us to invest in this property that he's looking at. So we got together. My brother initially spoke with his friend, and then he called me, and the three of us got together, and we started talking, and we started saying that, okay, why don't we just invite him and just have a discussion of what exactly is he trying to do with respect to apartment complex investment? We have
Mhm.
no idea what this is.
Mhm.
So we went to Starbucks and we started listening to what his goals are, what he wants to do in this realm, in this space, apartment space. We were asking him, what kind of experience do you have? Have you done this before? He goes, well, I've worked as a property manager for others, but I haven't done this before. But I want to start, and I have the confidence to be able to do this, and I'll start small. He was looking at, I think he was saying 25 or 30, but then he got this deal, 50, and it was a good deal, so he couldn't resist. He bought it. But to your point, we had several sessions, several sittings with him, and I especially asked him so many questions. What if you lose? What is the risk? Why should I trust you? You could just take the money and leave. Um, Even though he came through his friend, my brother's friend, but I wanted to ask him because we wanted to ask him because there's a lot of money we're going to be investing, a lot of money, meaning being a professional in IT, even, 5,000 is a lot of money for me. So, so he started preparing slides and he started presenting it. He called for a meeting, not just us, other prospects, and we gathered and we listened to his pitch for the Belarbor apartments. And there also we asked a lot of questions. There were a handful, like 10 investors, new investors. Some had doubts, others asked questions, and they were on the sideline. But we had started asking him for months now at that point, and we were a little bit comfortable. And and when he said that I'm going to buy these anyway, 50 apartments. Bless me, wish me well, and we felt confident because all the answers that he had shared with us, that we're going to give you the 70/30, we're going to give you 8%. This is how we're going to mitigate the risk. And the loan that he was getting was interest only. And he also said that he said that I have locked the interest rate, meaning it's not going to go higher, even if the market economy goes down or up. My interest rate is locked. So he feels confident, and he had good relationship with this lender called CBRE because of his work experience in his previous property management in other apartment complexes, right? So he had that background already and relationship built out with CBRE. So the funding went smooth. We invested initially. I invested just 25,000 just to see how things are going. My brother did something like that, 25. The others also did like 20, 15, whatever. But we were in. Let's see how it goes.
Hmm.
So as you saw here, the numbers, he was a great property manager. We even went there. I visited this property frequently to see what kind of renovations are going on. Where is he? How is he doing it? Um, so he is an Indian guy. So um, he was buying tiles and other materials straight from India, which is a lot cheaper. And this is something that he had learned from this other apartment owner because he was doing the same thing. So he was buying all this a lot cheaper than USA, so as to keep the cost down. He was hiring guys who were actually handyman in the apartment complex, this particular apartment complex, giving them full-time job to do the renovation work at a lower cost. So he was also saving money there. So he leveraged all these lessons that he's learned from this other, uh, from managing the other apartment complex. And then the relationship that he's built with contractors, with banks, with ABCD, whoever is needed for this apartment complex. He leveraged all those connections and that way he was able to save a lot and offer the savings, pass on the savings to the investors. This right here, Bellarbor Apartments, boosted the confidence of of a lot of investors, and they became repeat investors for him, as
Hmm.
I am, as my brother is, as his friends are, and this grew into a lot of other investors, and it continues to grow. So
Okay.
this being the biggest one. So that's the genesis of how I got involved into this investment. And I've been doing this with him for some time now, as I'm looking also to become one like him, like we are also trying to be a syndicator.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
Mehmud, for people who might be interested in participating, what kind of a raise was he doing? You know, was it a reg A, B, C, just so that do people need to be accredited or not?
Oh, yes, that's another great question. People needed to be accredited, but he also had a category under that, which is what's the I think the definition of accredited is you are you are an educated investor. I don't know
Okay.
what that term is in the legal terminology. You have to be educated about apartment complex investment, and that also qualifies you to invest. If you're educated, then yes, you're also accredited.
Mhm.
I don't know what I forgot the terminology they use for that, but you definitely need to be accredited to invest. Yeah.
Yeah, and then for people who are listening, just for understanding that that's something new that was passing this year from the federal government, that if you're not accredited, you can take a test. And the test is to show your competency around understanding the investment process, but also understanding the risks that go along with it.
Hmm.
Because what it can mean is that people who truly maybe can't afford to lose the money that they may be investing need to be fully aware of the terms, the contractual terms, and what that investment means. But it does open it up to allow non-accredited individuals to invest in um, properties and opportunities that require accredited investors only.
Okay, okay. I didn't know this test was a new addition to the process. I didn't know that. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
for letting
yeah,
me know. I think
yeah.
it's good. It's a good checks and balances they put in place.
Well, it opens it up, right? Giving more people access to be able to participate in investing. But the piece to be very careful with that around is really understanding the threshold and the risk tolerance with, if you invest this money, there is the possibility that you may lose the money that you invest. And
That's
if people are at a financial standing where they're okay with possibly losing that money, then they're aware of that. If they're at a financial standing where if they were to lose all that money, it could create, really dire situations for them. It would be wise to talk to a CPA or somebody who can give financial guidance on really making good decisions around those types of investments.
right, right. I agree. I agree. Oh boy, the first time I invested, I was very nervous because it's a lot of money investing. But the way he had managed the properties to this day, the way he had consistently, um, provided us quarterly checks, um, we're happy. We're very happy. Yeah, I hope and I pray that he continues this pace, um, so that we can invest more. Absolutely.
And is he operating with a group of GPs, or is he the
No,
the only one?
he's the GP. He's the only GP, not a group of GPs. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to him about adding another GP. He said, no, 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 no. Just one thing I want to make clear. He said, I'm the only GP. Yeah. If he adds another, he said it's more complication. He doesn't like that. He just wants to be the GP. We will
Okay.
be all the LP. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, but is that abnormal or normal, or what's your take on it? Or
I think it depends on how deep people's pockets are. If they can be the sole GP and he's got a proven track record, right, then he's getting the attention of the lenders to fund his deals,
yeah.
as well as investors. And, that's what matters, right? Getting the right sources of the financials to come in.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm not judging it. I was just curious, really. And
Yeah.
then Mehmud, does he provide monthly updates on the properties, like hold some sort of like a Zoom call or something so that all the investors are kept apprised of the progress of the renovations and, just how the financials are flowing?
Right. So he has quarterly lunch invitation for all the investors.
Okay.
Um, that's one where he gives the update. He also has WhatsApp group with all the investors where
Hmm.
he actually shows what kind of renovations are going on
Oh,
from
okay.
time to time. And of course, any investor can come anytime at the property premise and ask him to give him or her a walkthrough of what's happening, in addition to just one-on-one consultation. He's more than happy to do that. So
Hmm.
those I know are in place, and that's happening.
Mhm.
Also, I believe he has a portal. He has a portal where all the investors are kept abreast on what is going on. Um, and the K1s are there, so the amount that you have invested so far. Um, he even has a graph showing to the inception your investment on certain properties, what has been the growth, and all that KPIs are there. Those all the KPIs, and none of this was there. He added all these in a matter of, I think, 3 to 4 years ago, he started. He hired an IT guy to do all that work. Yeah, it's getting better.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yep. Any other questions?
Raquel knows the right ones to ask. That's what I love about having her around.
Yes, those were great questions. Yeah, Raquel is ahead of us. She is.
Oh, I don't know about that, you guys. I think we're all in it together.
Yes, yes, we're all together, and but
Yeah.
I think you have invested a lot of time into this, and you continue to do so. I listened to yeah, the Friday um, one-on-one with Andre, and yourself, the questions you ask, and the others who ask questions and learn from there. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very, very educational. Yeah,
it is. It's educational, right? I think it's just so important as a community that we just keep sharing and, learning and growing together. It's kind of an endless flow of what you can do in real estate investing, and that
yes,
learning journey goes on and indefinitely.
absolutely, absolutely agree.
So there's a total of still $5 million that he's trying to raise on this particular project. So there's still an opportunity for somebody to invest in this, right?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear all of it, but
Sorry about that.
can you come closer and ask that question, please?
Yeah,
Closer to your mic.
sorry about that. We had electricity go out. Can you hear me good now?
Yes, a little bit better, yeah.
That's kind of weird. Usually everybody's telling me to quieten down. So
Oh,
basically,
maybe it's on my side. Hold on a second. Maybe,
what about
I
you?
can
yes,
hear
it
you
is.
just fine,
Yes,
Jason.
it's on my side. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
so sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you're
Now I
fine.
can hear you much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're fine. I was like, oh no, what happened? I was just making sure that I understood. In other words, there's still a $5 million ask or somewhere thereabouts in hundred or what was it, $40,000 increments?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So yes, if you have $40,000, that's the minimum, and the door is still open, even though he has closed this deal, but he's got $5 million worth of investment. If any outside investors are interested, he or she can definitely take advantage of that.
Mhm.
But 40,000 is the minimum investment. Yeah.
Awesome. So obviously everybody that's watching this as a rerun, you'll know who to get in touch with. You
Yep.
can reach out there in WhatsApp, or there's the contact information on the screen. And so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and end the recording there. And if y'all don't mind, hang on just 1 second.
Sure.